Hello everyone, Nick Baumgardner here with MLive, along with basketball beat writer Brendan Quinn at Basketball Media Day. No football for this week, so we got basketball season coming up.
There you go.
Big day for Brendan, obviously. You're excited?
Happy to be back.
Happy to be back. You can hear balls dribbling in the background, everything else. John Beeline met with the media today, so did the entire team, some assistants. A lot of topics. Moritz Wagner, a topic. The team's, makeup, obviously a topic with a lot of talent at certain spots, and then maybe some thin spots otherwise. Just your general takeaway from today.
I mean, no one expected John to come in here and say, well, this will probably be my starting lineup in a couple of weeks, or this is what my rotation will look like. It was exactly what we thought it would be. John said, there are a lot of nice pieces to this team, and there's also a lot of roles that need to be defined.
Right.
And I would in no way be surprised if the starting lineup you see against Northern Michigan here in the season opener is different than what you see in the Big Ten opener, or even maybe a couple weeks after that. So this group does have a lot of moving pieces, a lot of nice pieces, I think, to go into a season. And they're older and they're mature. They seem like they're going to not have problems handling maybe defining roles and things like that. You talk to all these guys, they've been through this. They know the deal. I think it's a pretty promising group, really.
Did you talk to Wagner, the German freshman, today?
Briefly. He drew probably the biggest crowd today.
Interesting guy.
I kind of went up just to...
Gigantic. He's like 6'11".
Tallest
guy in the team.
He is big. He's a big dude. I went up and just kind of introduced myself, because the biggest question I had, is it Maurice? Or Moritz? And it is Moritz. But he goes, you want to call me Maurice?
Oh, here we go.
Call me Maurice. No,
great accent.
So we're gonna call you what you'd like to be called.
Right.
But he seemed to handle it. He seemed to really enjoy himself, I think, with the amount of attention he got, and I can't imagine had seen anything like this in his junior pro days in Germany. I don't know if they had, we'll say 20 different news outlets here covering him. So yeah, I think he enjoyed it all. And question is, can he play? We don't know that yet.
A couple of questions, obviously, some injury stuff. Zach Urban was here today. He's not practicing, obviously. Spike Kullbrick's still going through. Beeline said he's not at 100% yet with the hip. Walton is. Did you talk to Urban? Did you talk out some of these injuries?
With
how these guys are?
With Spike first, his hips are fine. He doesn't have flexibility and things like that in terms of ready to go out and play a game tomorrow.
Sure.
He still needs conditioning, still needs to get in shape, still needs to kind of just get maybe a little limbered up, if you will. Zach talked to him at length about how he's feeling. He said his back is pain-free, just a matter of rehabbing it. He said he is not in pain right now. He also doesn't have any kind of target date of when he expects to be back on the court or when he expects to play in a game. They keep just saying early season. Now, some people would define early season as the first week of the year, the second week of the year. Some people would define it as into non-conference play. So I have no idea. But they're not going to know much until he can actually run up and down the court at full speed. And it sounds like that's still a little bit away.
The one question that I have, I think everybody has, and I talked to some of these guys today, was the centers, the 5 spot. Yeah. That's your most unproven spot on the floor, your thinnest spot on the floor. Looks like they're gonna try DJ Wilson there. He's at 235. Ricky Doyle says he's at 250, 255 after playing about 240, 245. Denal told me that he got himself down into the 220s last year and is back up to 240. Bakari Alexander kind of said that right now, Mark Denal, Ricky Doyle have to sort of work as a tag team wrestling team, and that one has to go in and play as hard as he can without fouling, basically for 5 or 6 minutes, go out, rest up, and then tag himself back in, and vice versa through the whole game. He kind of wants them to look at each other as it's almost one person playing that position. Question being now is the ultimate one. Can they get through a season with those 3 guys as their 5? What's it going to take? How's it going to go? I mean, because that's a big question.
The most interesting thing about that spot to me remains that all three are completely different players.
Yep.
Ricky Doyle, first of all, looks like
he put on good 15 pounds.
And it is muscle. I mean,
he says he's in the best shape of his life.
He is big. He is strong. And
Wilson looks bigger too.
And he's a banger. And he can. He's probably their best rebounder of those 3 bigs. He's their best finisher. He can catch the drop pass on the block and go up and dunk the ball and do things like that. Mark Denal, if he wants to distinguish himself, needs to be able to hit jump shots and needs to be able to pass the ball. and show good court vision and do these things, and also finish, which he has not proven that he can do.
And rebound.
DJ Wilson is the athlete of the group. He could be a game changer as a shot blocker, something that they have not had anything like that as long as I've been here. So whoever excels the most at their individual skill set will be the guy who gets the most minutes. I think it's going to be Ricky Doyle from day one, personally, and I think DJ Wilson, he's going to make it difficult for them to not give him minutes.
He's bigger, no doubt.
Where that leaves Mark Donnell, we don't know. But given the year that he had, he has a lot. Of all of them, he has the most to prove. Even though DJ Wilson didn't play, Mark Donnell still needs to prove that he can be
Big Ten
college basketball. You know, DJ Wilson's still a freshman, essentially. Mark Donnell's been in the program for 2 years.
Time to go.
Time to do some things. So
that'll be it for today. Obviously, first exhibition is
November 6th. Don't hold me to that.
So coming up here
Lemoyne.
in a couple weeks, Lemoyne, Beeline's old team.
Yep.
Patrick's coming back.
There will be plenty of stories.
Very good. So that's it for Brendan. I'm Nick. We'll talk to you guys later.